Hi, I'm Jen Payne. I'm part of Max Kryle's group as a postdoctoral research fellow here at Monash University and part of the BDI and NBL Australia. And we work on glycopeptide antibiotics and trying to understand antibiotics and antibiotic resistance. And so why we care about antibiotics is that resistance to antibiotics is developing, and antibiotics are basically the cornerstone of modern medicine, and they're currently crumbling under the weight of superbugs. And so the superbug that I'm interested in is this guy here. He looks like he's friendly and wonderful, but he actually causes millions of deaths a year. He is MRSA, you might have heard of him under that name, or also golden staph, and he is one of the killers in the hospital. He has this cloak on his back, and that is actually representative of his invisibility cloak that he has, because not only is he resistant to our antibiotics, he's also capable of hiding from our immune system. So our first line defenders that help clear these infections in our body, he's really good at hiding from them. So this invisibility cloak is actually made up of the proteins that surround his outer surface. And so one of my new drugs that we're looking at developing is one that takes away this invisibility cloak from him, so that without this invisibility cloak, our body can find him a lot easier and our immune cells can track him down and kill him. So we need new antibiotics because basically no new antibiotics have reached the shelves in over 20 years. So we've reached this stage where if we don't do anything, by 2050 we're going to have deaths due to antibiotic resistance outpacing cancer. So we're trying to discover new antibiotics, and one of that not just do the standard annihilation method of killing. And so our antibiotics look at different ways of affecting the immune response to discover this little guy hidden away in our tissues. So I talked to you about removing the invisibility cloak. Another one that we have is one that comes in and directly self-assembles around this guy and entraps him in a net, and basically stops him from being able to escape out into other tissues and spread that infection elsewhere. So that's another style of antibiotic that we're working on. And the third one that we have is one that instead of taking away the invisibility cloak, it decorates him in neon lights so that he can no longer hide and is basically so visible to our immune system that they come in and track him down and kill him. And so we have some amazing results with these new antibiotics that look like they might help stock our pharmacy shelves for many more years to come. And what's great about these new antibiotics is they're based on some of the styles of antibiotics presently, but we're building upon that knowledge that we already have, and they're based on peptides as well. So we've got some great work with peptides and developing these new antibiotics from them, and which is why I love peptides, because they're these great new tools that we can use for developing new antibiotics.